At this time, I'd like to bring to the stage Long Beach City College icon, Will Shaw, with the last inductee of the evening, David Shaw. David is escorted tonight by current football player Daylon Kaysen. Daylon starts at defensive back and is a captain on this year's football team. Daylon has helped the team to a 7-2 record and a possible postseason bid. Will Shaw.
It's time for me to go to sleep. I'm here because of my baby brother, David Shaw. And the best thing I can say about him, he never listened to me when I was telling him how to play football. So he's done great things by not listening from me. I was only in charge of football here 10 years, something like that. But what I learned from him, took me a while, he listens to me. My little brother, I tell him what to do, but he wouldn't do it. But when he came to do something, he did what I told him to do. But the thing that got us here after his first year at City, nobody knew he was my brother. I kept it that way because I didn't want to put any pressure on him. And now the second go around, he was All-American, All-State, and all that. Nobody still believed he was my brother. So we had troubles. I did. And me, I was a football coach, and you know how football coaches are. Well, I never raised my voice. Well, sometimes. I never put him down, take him off the field when he wasn't doing what I wanted him to do all the time. And then my brother, my friend, Coach Murphy, Jim Murphy, we were together for a long time. We had arguments because I was on the offensive side, he was on the defensive side. He was telling me what to do on offense, I was telling him what to do on defense. So we got over it it took us about 15 years to get over that. But when I come back to my brother, I said, he started in high school, Santa Ana Valley High School. And then after he finished, he was going to go to Santa Ana High School, college. And my father said, no, you're going to Long Beach. And I said, well, Dad, I don't have that much money to take care of him. And my father says, figure it out. So he moved in here in Long Beach, and I found out that he was a good football player, and it runs in our family. I was a tall one. He was not quite as tall, but I was faster. And then I had another brother. He wasn't that tall too, but he was faster than me. But do we ever think what you're going to do in your life? So I was a coach. I liked it. Student athletes here in Long Beach, I've been in other places, wanted to be successful. That's what they were here for. And for me, it made it easy for them to work hard to reach that. Now I go back to my brother. He went to Cal Berkeley. I don't know why he went to Cal Berkeley. He left home, and he has never come back to Southern Cal. He visits, but he still lives there, Cal. He never left it. I don't know. I went there and watched him play. It was no big deal, but he stayed there. He still lives there. Okay. Now, the real thing is, he was a good football player. That's number one. And that was okay. But the real thing is our parents told us what to do, when to do it, and we better do it. My parents said, they don't care about you playing no football, basketball, baseball. If you can't get your grades in school, you don't do anything. And yes, I challenged my father. I didn't play. Didn't play. And so I said, well, I'll get it straightened up. And I did. Then I had to save my brother one time, too. He wasn't taking business right in school. So my father said, it's over. You're not playing anymore. So he comes to me, and then my father says, well, what do you think? I said, well, you did that to me. It's good for me. It's good for him. Then he says, okay, I'm going to give him one more chance. If he doesn't get his classes up and his grades up, he's not playing anymore. He got his grades, everything up, and he started playing again. My family, my parents, that was the only thing they thought about. Playing sports, great, have fun. Graduate, you have to. I didn't know what I was doing until I was about 2 years old. I understand graduation, because that's what they put on us the whole time. So now I'm here. He's a Falcon, and he's been here, and he was a good football player. But here he was a running back. Did you see that? Running back. He was a linebacker, and that I allowed to run when he had to only go one or two steps to get a first down. Other than that, he was a linebacker. That's it. And people, he was a line? Yes. Well, he was running back and all that. Linebacker. Hit people, knock them out. That was it. That's the way I learned it. That's the way he's learned it. And he's been a great brother for me. I'm proud to see her this evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I promise I've been threatened under the table to keep it short, so I'll try to keep it short. But I have so many people to thank that have provided so much for me, starting off with my mom and dad, and God bless them. I wish they were here with us, but my dad, who had this attitude that he wasn't making no excuses, wasn't taking no excuses, get it done. You know, he was a no BS type guy, you know, and I'm grateful for him instilling that into me. I mean, it was if he said be home at 11 o'clock, that meant be home at 10:45. If he was there at 10:46, all hell was breaking loose. Believe it or not, my mom, little short, 5'3", 5'4", she's the one that really put the competitiveness in us. You know, she didn't want to lose. She got me to my Little League baseball game, Pop Warner games, and, you know, gave me that opportunity, seeing that as a vehicle that I could use, you know, to teach life lessons and stuff. I mean, some stories, we had this we used to have these family spade tournaments. And to be around the tables playing spades with my mom, and, you know, and I don't know how she won them, but she always won the tournaments, you know, so just to show you how competitive she was. My grandmother, Irene, my uncle's mom, you know, playing high school and Pop Warner ball, she didn't like sports. Why are you playing this crazy sport? Why are you out there laying on folks and stuff like that? You know, and she'd, you know, say, how are you doing in school? You know, but the point I'm making is she was always there for me. She always had a meal for me. If I had a sore, a twisted ankle or something like that, she had some kind of ointment or something like that. And lo and behold, I was healthy, and she would say, okay, come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow. But I mean, them people just, you are just golden to me, and I miss them. They were always there, and family is important. Family is really important. Before I forget, I want to introduce my family. I want my nieces to stand up over there. My nieces, Terry Lynn, Markel, Sarah, my sister Pat, on this table here, and this my big sister Brenda over here in the back. She was hiding out on me, but the table here are my Wilbur's wife Irma, my uncle Joe, and my wife Sheila. I mean, I'll get back to her, but she's been golden to me. Just being supportive in everything I've done. I mean, to me, and that's what it's all about, having family and stuff like that. I had a bunch of brothers and sisters, but getting back to what my brother, Coach Shaw, was talking about, it's like 12 years, 13 years difference in me. And when I was little, I looked up to him, and I wanted to be just like him. I mean, I followed him to football games. I wanted to be the ball boy. I just wanted wherever they went, I wanted to go. As a young man and now old man, he was a mentor for me and a lot of guys here. And I mean, having that type role models to live your life, how to prepare for football, how to go to school. And like you say, he has saved me from my dad a couple of times where I drifted off, but that's just golden, and I can never thank him enough for that. My sisters. I mean, I was surrounded by sisters. I had an older sister and a younger sister, and they were, my older sister, we used to have battles, and I'd fight her, and, it's wrong to fight women, but that was just one of them things that you do, And I just, they were always there for all my sporting events. I mean, and that's just, just always there to support me. I guess I entered Long Beach City College coming out of Valley. I had only one other offer, Arizona State, and some of the older guys, some of the coaches remember Frank Cush, and that wasn't going to work. I could have went to the hometown college, Santa Ana College, and my goal coming out of Santa Ana, I wanted to leave Santa Ana. And one of the things, fortunate enough, my brother was coaching here at Long Beach City College, and he introduced me to this coach, Coach Jacobson, right here. And as they say, the rest is history. But, entering Long Beach City College and with the coaches, Coach Murphy, Coach Shaw, Coach Woolbright, and some of the guys, I mean, that changed my life. That changed my life. They gave me an opportunity of a lifetime. They put me in an environment where I could succeed. I mean, I was away from home, but I wasn't away from home because they embraced me, they challenged me, they held me accountable. I mean, I can go back to one of the first practices, and back in the day, they had the dean who was in shape, he had to run the 2 miles. The 2 miles, and every position had a time you had to meet. And, coming out of Valley, we had just won CIF, and I'd always play myself into shape, and I knew the 2 miles was coming up, and that was fine, and I'll do it, and stuff like that. But I learned a very important lesson from that I didn't prepare myself properly. And, in high school, okay, you're okay. But these guys, these coaches, Coach Jakes, Coach Murph, Coach Woolbright, Coach Shaw, made me toe the line. It took me a couple weeks to get it there, to get it down and stuff like that. And, I struggled to make it and find I made it and stuff like that. But at the end of that journey, that process, I realized I was in the best shape of my life. I'd put the time in, and I can't thank them for holding me accountable and making me toe the line to get right. I mean, from that point on, I've never had a problem being in shape because I understand the benefits of it and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, thank you guys. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach Jacobson. I mean, I just can't thank them enough for allowing me to come to Long Beach, play football. Some of my teammates are here tonight, Bob Meredith, Greg Young, Charlie White, and stuff like that. I mean, I played with some great guys, Samoa, Artie Hargrove, and stuff like that, but that's what it's all about. I mean, it's just being involved and meeting new people, meeting quality people. I mean, I came from Santa up here, so I had to meet new people, and it was different. Some of the young guys, they have Facebook, they have cell phones, they have texting. Back then you didn't, so you had to do it the old-fashioned way. You had to, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Hey, Bob, how you doing? I'm from Santa Valley. Where you are? I'm from Jordan. Greg, I'm from Long Beach, Milliken. You know, the Poly guys and stuff. So it was a little different, but it was a challenge, and it taught me a lesson to carry me on through everything. I mean, the coaches, you know, just some of those things. I remember Coach Jacobson the first time, you know, he's kind of fired up guy, high strung, and, you know, getting at you, not taking, you know, just not taking nothing. And to me, that kind of reminded me, okay, that's kind of like my dad, you know. You know, he's holding me accountable to stuff like that. He getting after me. Coach Murphy kind of being the cerebral guy, just kind of, okay, this is how you got to do it. This we got to, you know, just get it done. I mean, I remember Coach Woolbright, and I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly or not. He's kind of had the southern draw, and seemed like every once in a while he'd be out on the football field, he'd be smoking a cigar and coaching, you know. But that was just back in the day and stuff like that. I remember my brother, you know, just, you know, kind of looking at him, and to follow up on the story with my brother, I don't know if he knew, but my dad had a talk with me, and he told me, you know, coming up here, don't come up here looking for no favors. Don't embarrass your brother. Don't embarrass the family. And if you do, I'm gonna take care of it. I mean, and if my family understand my dad, and he was no joke. When he said that, that's what he meant, and that's how it was. Attending Long Beach City College was a perfect development. It just put me in a perfect environment. I remember the old athletic director, Raleigh Hilliard. Raleigh, you know, and I remember I had this 8 o'clock class. And, you know, I lived a mile away, 2 miles away, but I was missing that class. And I said, oh, I don't want to go to that class. Lo and behold, about 3-4 weeks later, I got this tap on the shoulder. Hey, Shaw, you Shaw? Yeah. Why didn't you go into your class? I said, how'd you know that? But what it did is like, it was expectation, it was accountability, and he was checking in on me. You know, he wasn't going to come to me repetitive time, but it showed that they cared. They cared, and they was trying to get the best for us if we were willing to accept that. And I mean, just thinking back about that, it's just like, wow. You know, here I'm the first time being away from home, and somebody's here is, you know, okay, I want you to be successful if you want to be successful. And I wish he was here to thank him for that. Well, the first football is what attracted me to Long Beach, but as I got into it, it was more to it than football. There was some life lessons there, were some things. I met this guy, Bob Sanders, who allowed me to work on campus, and he dictated the hours where I could become a student athlete and also be involved in student life. But from that point, it kind of, instead of being a football player, I was part of the Long Beach community. And to me, that was important. That was important. I didn't realize it at that time, but you know, to this day, I joined a fraternity, and I think Greg was in the fraternity, Vidar, but we established some friendships and stuff like that, and you know, they weren't football players. And to me, that was key, because I didn't want to be surrounded. I didn't realize at that time you don't want to be surrounded by football players only. You want to be able to interact with other people, and coming to Long Beach, that allowed me to develop that, because coming out of the Valley, all we did was football players, you know. But that lesson has served me well in everything in my life. I eventually went into coaching. I coached 20 years at a private high school. A lot of the kids don't want to go to a junior college, they look down on it. But let me back up with the important thing. I always challenged my football players to break out of that mold and get a friend outside of football. Get a friend who's interested in science. Get a friend who's interested in theater. Get a friend who's interested in other things. And to me, I learned that at Long Beach. That's the things I learned, to be involved in the community. Don't just be locked into being a football player. Yeah. I mean, going away to, me and Bob, Ed Gillies, Charlie White, we went around to Long Beach City, and we went to Cal. We went to Cal together, and the important part about that is, we wanted to make Long Beach City proud of us. The people at Cal proud of people coming from Long Beach City. I know Bobby, he did it. I know Charles did it. I know Ed Gillies, he did it while he was there and stuff like that. But that was important. That was very important. Going back to I played 2 seasons at Long Beach. To date myself, it was the Pac-8 the first year. Now it's the Pac. Then I ended up in the Pac-12. But they were just, it was truly, everything started from Long Beach. I'm truly blessed to have had that opportunity to come to Long Beach. A lot of my friends that came here, we still talk, and we just say it all started here. It all started here, because without me attending Long Beach, because I wasn't ready to go to a 4-year college. This allowed me to develop. The coaching allowed me to develop, to grow, mature. That allowed me to go on to play at UC Berkeley. On the field, in the classroom, that allowed me to go on to play with the Oakland Invaders. I was okay in high school. Here, it forced me to grow up. They held me accountable. They pushed me, and that is just golden. Going back to when I coached, I always look for that kid who was kind of that tweener. The parents wanting to go on the 4-year college because they could afford it, but I also look for that kid who could fit that JC junior college mode, where if he got to the right environment, got in the right situation, that would allow him. And that was always my plight as a coach, giving back, looking for somebody who could fit that mode, who could possibly, and lo and behold, I've had 3 or 4 kids go on and, succeed that way. And that's, to me, that's me giving back. That's me trying to help a kid who may not be ready to go on to a 4-year college, but can take advantage of a junior college. I think I'm breaking the rules here. They told me to be short, but like I said, I think Earl told you just get up and you have so much things you want to say, and and it was such a great experience here. Playing here, being here, representing here. It's just so much. It is. It's just. In wrapping this up, Coach Jacobs, Coach Murph, my brother, thank you. Thank you for everything you gave me. Everything. All the hard, the tough talk that a young man needs. My brother, I can't thank him enough. He's been a great role model to me. Not only for me, for all the kids that he's interacted. I've seen him. I've had players come up and talk about, hey, how's your brother doing? He did this for me. He set me straight. And a lot of times he's not a big yeller and screamer, but he's going to let you know. He's going to let you know. He's going to let you know. I'd like to thank the committee, the Hall of Champion committee, for allowing me to be here. And all the inductees that are being accepted tonight. It's just wonderful, wonderful. When this first came up, I heard about it, and I kind of filled out the forms and stuff like that, and it is a big honor for me. But then again, I look at it as a big honor for all the guys that I played with at that time, because we all appreciated it so much. And thank you. Thank the committee. And just wrapping up, I am so blessed. Thank you, God. Thank God for my family. Thank God for the experience. And even the tough one. Thank you for that. I am very, very lucky, and I'm blessed. Give God all the glory. Okay.
On behalf of the entire Hall of Champions committee, the athletic department, and the entire Viking family, I would like to congratulate the Hall of Champions class of 2014. To close the night, I would like the entire class of 2014 to come to the front of the room to give everyone an opportunity to take a few pictures. And the inductees, we can line up right here in front of the podium so the members of the crowd can come and take pictures if they want to. As they make their way up one more time, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending this great event, and thank you for your support of Long Beach City College Athletics, and I truly hope to see all of you back next year. Thank you and good night.